Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. I was so scared I was going to forget that. It has been 3 weeks. Now, really, I should have given myself longer. I'm still not where I need to be, but I missed you all and I need to get back to you all and I need to re-immerse myself in my joy, and my channel is really a joy. I don't want to go into too much detail, but there is such a lot that goes on in my personal life that I do not share with you because it is private, it is personal, it is my business. And when the camera's not on, life happens. And I have the privilege to be able to just share with you what I choose to share with you. And it's not because I don't want to be 100% honest, because everything that I do say on my channel is always 100% honest. It's just I do not bare my soul. I do not give you warts and all. I do not pick through the bones of life. Okay? Yes, I put myself in the public eye on this channel. Yes, you guys have become such a huge, amazing, important part of my life. But there are some things that I just don't want to put out there for everyone to know. Some things have just got to remain private, and I hope you can respect that. When things get on top of me, I shut down. I have to close myself away. I have to cut myself off. I have to give myself grace and healing time and processing time, and I need to do that privately away from the camera. Now, that does mean that in the last 3 weeks there has been no videos, no content. It does mean that even some of you who are super duper close to me don't even know or didn't know that this was going to happen, had no idea, came from the blue, and I still haven't really gone through it properly with anyone, not even Mike. The way I have had to learn to cope is to just deal with it myself, for myself, in my way. And if I want you to be a part of that, I will invite you in. If I don't, then that's okay. It is okay. There are some people out there that think because I put myself in the public eye that I should tell you everything. No, I don't owe you that. But what I do owe you is a fun, upbeat, energetic when I can, because I'm always exhausted. But positive, safe, fun place to be. And when I'm not feeling that myself, I cannot give you that. So that is why I decided to turn the camera off for a bit. I needed space to think. I needed space to not have the pressure of the channel on top of everything else. Because even though this is a joy, even though this is my happy place, even though this is my platform to share all of my crafting goodness, when Manfa's not happy, it's obvious. And running a channel, even the bare bones of a channel like mine, I don't edit. I don't put, photos up here for you to see. I show you on my phone. I don't put any whizzy cartoons or text or anything. I literally click the camera on, waffle, 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 show, 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 turn the camera off, and then I upload it. I don't edit it in any way, and even that, guys, is a lot of work and a lot of pressure on top of a full-time job. being a mum to 4 kiddos, being Mike's partner, being a daughter to my parents, being a sister to my brother, an auntie to my nephews, a work colleague, you know, my job title in my work. I have to put on so many hats and fulfill so many roles and do so many things that sometimes something has to give, which I did explain in the beach video. And unfortunately, this time around, it was the channel that had to give. And this isn't the first time I've had to do this. I know that. I think we all just have to be open-minded to the fact that if I start getting overwhelmed, if I start getting burnout, if I start thinking it's a little too much, I'm just going to take a little in a bit break. And I think if we expect that from time to time, it's not going to be as big of a letdown. It's not going to be a shock. It's not going to be a big deal. It's just Manfa's got crap going on. She needs to sort it out. She'll be back when she can. And I think if we can all agree to give every podcaster that we watch that grace to deal with real life off camera, it will be a really good, supportive, positive place to be, because my top priority will and always will be, or has and always will be, my family and my life off of the camera. Nothing massive has happened. There has been no significant event. There has been no illness. There has been no one thing this time around. It was just burnout, needing a reset, needing to reevaluate things. And if I'm being completely honest, there is still stuff from my past that I haven't dealt with. And it comes back and rears its ugly head from time to time, and it did, and it smacked me between the eyes, and I had to just get it gone again, even if it is only temporarily. Now, I probably should go for therapy. I probably should do something a bit more professional about it, but I'm doing it my way, and I'm okay. I am okay. I wouldn't be back today if I didn't feel I could be. It is nerve-wracking being back in front of the camera. It's like the first time I showed my face all those years ago. And for those of you that have been watching older videos, thank you. Mwah. And for those of you that have sent emails, reached out by text or Instagram message or Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, or however it is that you reach me and get a hold of me, I really do appreciate it. I probably haven't been the most responsive or the most explanatory, but I do appreciate the support and the love, and especially watching some of my content in my absence. Obviously, the 3-week hiatus has made a massive negative impact on my channel, but that's okay. We'll just start from here and see where it goes. I am no longer gonna be fervently checking how much revenue I've made, how many subscribers I've got, how many likes I got. I'm not going to be. I've got to push content, got to do this, got to hit that goal, got to get this number, got to do that. No, I am going to flip on the camera, share with you what I want to share with you, flip the camera off, and that's going to be that. Whatever comes along the way is whatever comes along the way. I am so done with pressure. So I am taking control and getting rid of that pressure. So I think that is enough of an explanation, and I hope if you're feeling a little bit like, oh, I wanted to know what happened, I wanted the gossip, you're not going to get that. Sorry, you just need to appreciate that I am human. Life happens, things need dealing with, and sometimes that needs to be dealt with privately. And I'm sorry, there's no mystery. I'm not trying to do the whole dangle a carrot in front of a donkey type thing. I am just being completely honest with you, and that is all I can do. So because I missed 3 weeks, most of July in fact, we have got a lot to catch up on. So the plan for the week ahead, I will give you the plan for the week ahead. I will do the segment on this video that I need to do, and then I will let you know how I plan to move the channel forward from this point. So bear with me, grab a drink, grab a project. Don't know how long this is going to take, hopefully not too long. because I need to ease myself in, I am filming this on Sunday, the 3rd of August, to come out on the 4th. So I already need to do my content for this week today. So already I'm coming in, putting pressure on myself. But it's okay, because hopefully with the plan I've got moving forward, that will be better rectified. Okay. So what are we here for today? Well, I need to catch you up on my charity donations for the month of July. That will be the first bit. And then, which I'm now realising I'm going to have to pause the camera and go and get a few other things, because it just completely slipped my mind. And then we will do my hashtag craft yourself free totals for July, which will mean that I've wrapped July up in the sense of charity donations and the amount of craft stuff I've used for July. And then Wednesday will be any acquisitions I bought at the end of July or in the month of July that you haven't yet seen. So if you want to see some new shiny pretty stuff, come here on Wednesday. And then on Friday, we are going to be doing my crafting catch up. I'm not calling it crochet catch up anymore. I'm calling it crafting catch up. But yeah, we'll get more into that in a minute. Let me just quickly pause you and grab a couple of things that I completely forgot about. And then we will get into charity donations for the month of July. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, I am back and something has just had an avalanche over there. I will deal with that after this video. So, as you can imagine, I'm a little bit rusty. That's why I've already had to pause you and go and grab stuff, because I am not in the game of the channel. So hopefully I have managed to grab everything. So let's go through my charity donations. You know that I am making pairs of crochet hearts for a UK charity here called Hearts Healing Hearts. It is a branch off of the charity Needles, Hooks, Angels and Premies. Hearts Healing Hearts is specifically for the hearts and the occasional other little item, but predominantly the hearts. And the little crochet hearts are tied together in pairs because they are given to places such as hospitals, hospices, funeral homes, and that sort of thing. So that the family can have a heart and the loved one can have an identical second heart. And even if they are permanently separated, they will forever be connected, because both parties have an identical heart that will connect them forever. Now, I set a goal for myself to do 40 pairs a month, and then if for 2 months out of the year I do 50 pairs, by the end of the year I will have done 500 pairs of hearts for that charity. I use scrap yarn to use up all my little bits and bobs, because we all know that we have leftover yarn from projects, and I have a huge scrap bin, and these hearts really don't take an awful lot of yarn, guys, and it's a good way of using up those lovely little leftovers and be able to gift somebody comfort and kindness and knowing that someone thinks about them. Helping a charity is always a super lovely thing to do. It gives me a warm and fuzzy heart. Pardon the pun, because we're talking about hearts. But it does. And it uses up my scraps. It's given to someone that appreciates them, and they don't languish around here for donkeys not getting used. They like you to use light and bright colours, no dark colours, and to be no bigger than 1 to 4 inches in size. They also recommend that we don't go any thicker of a yarn weight than a 4 weight, so no chunkies, bulkies, nothing like that. And like I said, light, bright colours. So I did manage to do 40 pairs of hearts for July. I did hit that target. I haven't sent them off because obviously I'm filming in August, so July's hearts will go with August hearts, which means that they will get a bumper package at the end of August, because I missed posting the July ones. And also I kept a hold of them so I could show you guys, because that's what I do. Everything I make, everything I do in regards to crochet and my crafting, I'm like, I need to hold on to that and show my peeps. So the 40 hearts, here they are. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. So as you can see, I have already tied them all together, weaved in all the ends, packaged them up, ready to put in the poly mailer to be sent off with Augusts that I will hopefully do. Haven't started them yet. And then there was a little challenge put out by the charity, and I don't know whether it was Hearts Healing Hearts. I think it was actually NHAP, Needles, Hooks, Angels and Premi. And they were asking for something. Now, trigger warning, I'm going to be talking briefly about a subject that might be very upsetting for some of my viewers. If you have experienced baby loss, then you might want to fast forward for a couple of minutes. But this is to help people in that situation of baby loss. So there's your trigger warning. I'll see you after you fast forward, or stick around and find out. Now, one of the things that they do supply people that are unfortunately going through baby loss, having a miscarriage, had a miscarriage recently, they are giving these out for a little bit of comfort. Now, I love this idea. I did 2 of them. I thought they would be quicker and more simple than they were. They actually took me a lot longer than I'm prepared to take for little charity makes. So these won't be a regular feature, not because I don't like them, not because I don't want to make them. It's just my time is so limited that I would rather find quicker, easier makes for me to make more and then benefit more because I've given them more. Now, these are called miscarriage elephants. And they chose the elephant because they say elephants never forget. And in this case, it will mean that the baby that was lost would never be forgotten. They ask for these in grey or white so that they're neutral, because a lot of the times people don't know what gender that baby would have been. So I did make 2 of the miscarriage elephants. And here they are. So cute. Absolutely adored making them, and obviously when I was making them I filled them up with all of my love, because I cannot imagine the heartache and the pain that the women will be going through when they have to receive one of these. So these are very super special. And I am gutted that I don't have the time to dedicate to them. But at least I did 2. So I will remember the 2 bubbas. Even though I don't know who they're going to, I will remember 2 bubbas by sending these 2 elephants. Okay? So that was an extra charity make that I did this month. Okay. So that was the regular charity that I donate to. Now, where shall I go? Let's keep going with what's on the table. You also know that the gorgeous Rose from Rose Likes Crochet, I will link her channel down below in the description box. Anybody that I speak about that has a channel will be linked in the description box as always. She is helping a group called the Generous Crafters over there in her part of the USA, and she has picked, or they have picked collectively, different items for each month for people to send in and donate. I am sticking with one of the things you can make for the whole time that Rose is collecting. She's only collecting up until the end of October. So whatever I have got done, probably by the beginning of September. So I reckon this month is going to be the last month that I'm going to try and stockpile stuff for Rose, and then I can get it sent off, and then I will know that my donation got there in plenty of time. So yes, I have decided to do the 6-inch granny squares that they're looking for. They are going to be turning them into blankets and scarves on their end to give to people in need. I've just been doing this every month for a few months now. And this month, guys, I managed to get another 15. Yes, I did. Now, as I was rummaging around looking for something, I actually found 2 granny squares that I made a long time ago. And I'm going to slip those into the poly mailer as well because I don't need them. They're just hanging around. But I'm not showing them because I didn't make them this month. But this month I did, in fact, make 15 6-inch granny squares. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there we go, another 15 to send to Rose and give to the generous crafters. Whoop, 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 whoop. So there we go, guys. That is that part of my charity donations. Now, I have 2 more things to show you for charity donations, and then we will move on to the craft yourself free bit. And again, I don't want this video to be too long. I still have 2 more videos to film after this. So you will know that I am on a mission to help my gorgeous, beautiful bestie, Christina, over at Bella Uncinetto. I will link that down in her channel down in the description box. She has a work colleague where she is currently working who is putting together hampers for the military families that live on base, because Christina is a teacher on a US military base based in Sicily, which is an island off of Italy. So any new bubbers that get born on the base will be handed a hamper full of lots of lovely goodies and some handmade items. So Christina put out the call asking if anyone was able to donate some things for these hampers. Now, you might remember last month I showed you a blanket that I made squares right back at the beginning of the year. I came into the year with a big bang, making all these squares. I was really pleased with them, and I was going to put them all together and blah, blah, and the squares just sat and sat and sat and sat after I had made them. Well, I finally put one of the blankets together, and I've already showcased that one, and it was the pink and purple squares. Well, then I moved on to the blue, mint and white squares. And here it is. So here we go. I haven't washed and blocked it yet, so it's all wiggly wobbly and it's been shoved in a bag for quite a while. So it actually goes this way. There is a white square in all 4 corners, and then there is a centre panel of 6 mint ones, and then the blue all the way around the edges. So the squares themselves look like that, and I am showing you the back. Well done, Manfa. The squares look like that, and as you can see, there is the join that I used. Love it. So yes, mint green in the middle, blue around the outside, and 4 white corner squares. So there is another blanket for the military hampers. So I was really pleased to get those squares finally all joined together and completed, ready for donation. Like I said, I've still got to wash them all and block them probably, but we'll get to that. Now, I had some of the white ones left over because I had a few extra white ones. So I decided to put 6 of them together in the middle, and then I would go around them and create a larger blanket. This isn't as big as I originally wanted it to be, but I still think it's okay. I went from the squares, and I did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of double crochets all the way around. Then I broke it up with 2 rows of white granny clusters all the way around. Then I did another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the colour in the double crochet all the way around. And I finished it off with 1 last row of double crochet in white and the twisted single crochet or crab stitch around the final edge. Now let me make sure that I'm showing you the correct way. So here it is. There are the 6 white squares in the middle, and as you can see, it is, I wanted to do white and rainbow in case any of the new bubbers were what is known as a rainbow baby, because a baby after loss, born after loss, is a rainbow baby. A rainbow always comes after a storm. So I think the best colour cross reference is probably this corner here. There is blues and greens, and then 3 different colours of like oranges into more dark reds, and then some purples. It was actually one of these cakes here, which is a Papacha cake from the Knitting Network, and I think it turned out super lovely. And even if it is slightly smaller than the other ones, it will be good for tummy time or a mat just to lay over them in their pram or car seat. So there is that one as well. So I have been a busy bee. I promise you I've been a busy bee. But you will see everything else that I have crocheted on Friday when I do my crafting catch up, because there is a lot I need to show you. Okay, so I probably won't bring back these charity makes on Friday because you will have seen them today. But mind you, not all of you will see this video. I will see how I'm feeling when I'm about to film that video, whether I want to drag it all out, because there is a lot. Okay, we will have to wait and find out. So there you go, charity donations: 15 6-inch squares for the generous crafters, 40 pairs of hearts for Hearts Healing Hearts, 2 miscarriage elephants for Needles, Hooks, Angels and Premies, and 2 more baby blankets for the military hampers that Christina's friend is organising. So there we have it. Those are the charity donations for July. I don't know how I'm going to beat that for August, but maybe I don't have to beat it. I will do what I can. Now, I have got my journal where I note down everything that I have used for #CraftYourselfFree, which is a collaboration that I am doing with Christina. I have already mentioned her. Her channel is in the description box. But we decided that we wanted to do a no pressure collaboration. So it wasn't making anything. It wasn't encouraging people to make stuff. It is basically just a fun, less pressured way of keeping ourselves accountable of the things that we have been making. I do apologise. I am really hot in this sweater. I will be changing this top before I film the next video because it has suddenly got very, very hot, especially with that ring light. So I apologise for my slightly sweaty complexion. But yes, there are collabs that are similar to this that are going around and have been established for a little while, but they have rules and regulations attached to them. Our only rule really is if you consider it a craft, then include it. There isn't a set way that you tally up your totals. There is nothing other than if you want to note down and tally your craft supply usage every month, then feel free to let us know your totals as well. Obviously, I'm late to the game this month because I have been MIA, but that's okay. We're catching up now, right? So let's go for it, shall we? So, no, actually, before we go for it, people are tallying their craft supply usage in different ways. Some people are doing it by the number of finished objects for the month, which is a fabulous idea. One month you may only get one blanket done, but another month you may get 40 amigurumi done. It just depends on what you're crafting at the time, right? Other people are working out yardage if their main craft is fibre arts. Yeah, Manfa ain't got time for doing all of that math. No, thank you. That's not something that I want to be dealing with. Other people are just tallying. They're just tallying it in different ways. But the way that I am doing it and the way that works best for me is every time I finish an object, I am weighing it and I am keeping track of the weight of craft supplies that I have been using. I only weigh it when it is completed. Okay, so let's go for it, and I will give it to you in both grams and ounces. We use grams here, but I know you guys across the pond still use ounces, so I will give it to you. I will give you both of those weights. Okay, so the first thing on the list is the 40 pairs of crochet hearts, the ones that I've just shown you. They weighed in this month at 160 grams, which is 5.64 ounces. The two blankets that I've just shown you, the ones for the military hampers, I had already stupidly weighed all of the squares. So then I had to do a little bit of math where I weighed one of the squares to get how much one square weighed. And then depending on how many squares that I used. So like with the rainbow one, I used 6 of the squares in the middle. Yeah. So if one square weighed, I don't know, 50 grams, I would times that 50 grams by 6 because I used 6 of them. And then I weighed the whole thing, but took the 300 grams for the squares off of the total to be able to know the rest of the yarn that I put into this. So and actually the pink and purple was the July finish. So I actually finished 3 blankets in July. My goodness gracious. So the joining yarn for the pink and purple blanket was 54 grams or 1.9 ounces, so not a lot, but then I was only joining the squares together and did a little mini border around it. The 15 6-inch granny squares, this gorgeous pile here, they weighed in at 240 grams or 8.46 ounces. I did a pack of 6 diamond painting cards, which you haven't seen yet, but you will see them on Friday. They weighed in at 95 grams or 3.35 ounces. The joining yarn for the blue, green and white blanket was 55 grams or 1.94 ounces. The rainbow blanket, I took the weight of the squares off of it, and then after that was deducted, the rainbow blanket was 231 grams or 8.14 ounces. Oh, and there is another make on here that you haven't seen yet. You will see it on Friday. I made myself a new crocheted bag for work. When I'm out and about, because my other one was getting a little bit ratty and had been used to within an inch of its life. So I made myself a new crocheted bag, and that weighed in at 343 grams or 12.09 ounces. And then the 2 miscarriage elephants, the ones that I showed you just now, these ones, They weighed in at 48 grams or 1.69 ounces. So the grand total for July was 1,226 grams, which is equal to 43.24 ounces. So not too shabby, guys. I am really, really, really pleased with that. And I have a lot of yarn bands as well, which I will go through on Friday with the makes that they are relevant to, hopefully, if I can be that organised. We'll see how it goes. If not, I've kept them all to one side and I will just generically say, and these are all the yarn bands I've used for July, yay, and I will put them in the bag with all the other ones that I've been saving. So there we go, I am back. That is the first video to ease myself into doing this with. I hope it has been enjoyable. I hope that ties up July in an okay way. Well, we've still got to tie it up slightly with all of the crocheting that I've done, because there are a few things that you haven't seen yet. Yeah, so please come back on Wednesday. Oh, hang on, before I say bye, I told you I was going to tell you how the channel's going to be moving forward. So for me not to get so overwhelmed and not have so much pressure on myself, remember I was doing videos Monday to Thursday every week. That was 4 days a week. That is a lot of videos to do for a month, and I was really struggling to come up with content for you. And some of the content that I was doing on a semi-regular basis was not being enjoyed by a lot of you. I would have a few people that would watch, but not very many. So I have scrapped the diamond painting videos, and I have scrapped the painting by number videos. The things that I have kept and I will do every month at some point are, I'm now going to be doing a crafty catch up every Friday. So what was crochet catch up is now crafty catch up, and that will be moving to Fridays. Okay, so that is staying. I will be keeping my book look videos, and I will be keeping my label my library videos, and I will continue doing those until I have no more books to look through or no more books to label. I am hoping that by the end of the year I have gone through the majority of my library, and next year any new books that come in I'm able to do a book look and a label my library all in one go. So that's the kind of long-term plan for that. They, again, don't get very many views, but there are, you know, more of you that like to look through a book to see if it's worth you spending your money on it. And the label my library, again, they don't do very well, but it is a system that is helping me in my crafting, whether it's popular on the channel or not. So I want to continue with that one. I will be continuing with my puff flower videos because I get a subscription cake once a month. So I will be showcasing the puff flower cake every month. That isn't going anywhere. I will be continuing with my craft yourself free videos. Don't forget to go and check out Christina's craft yourself free videos. There is a playlist on both of our channels, I believe. So please do go and check those out. I forgot to say that just now. See, I'm rusty. I'm not in the flow yet, guys. So Craft Yourself Free will be done once a month, every month, and the charity donation roundup video will be done once a month, every month. But the biggest change, oh, I will still be doing a pattern giveaway every month as well. That hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. What has changed, the biggest difference is I am now only going to be uploading 3 times a week instead of 4. So that has dropped at least 4 or 5 videos a month, depending on if it's a 4-week month or a 5-week month. So that has cut down the amount of content I need to find considerably. And I will be uploading on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, of course, if anything pops up that I really feel like I need to share with you, that I need to get you involved with, that I've bought and I just can't wait, if I receive happy mail, etc. Anything that crops up in between the scheduled out content of Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, I will of course do bonus videos as and when. Also, if I cannot think of content to fill my Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, I just simply won't upload, because it's okay that I miss the odd day. It really, really is. I need to keep telling myself that. So moving forward, just for right now, it will probably change again. You know what I'm like. But please expect a video Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays if I've got something to share with you. Bonus videos will come if anything extra crops up. And like I said, book look, label my library, charity donation roundup, craft yourself free and crafty catch-ups are staying. Anything else is, oh, and puff flower. Anything else is what I fill the content, the scheduled content for the month in there. So there you go. That's what August is looking like. And just seeing a few empty boxes is helping me feel less stressed and pressured. So fingers crossed this will work. But yeah, we're just going to see how it goes, guys. I'm going to still craft like I was. And hopefully I am going to be more mindful of spending time with my loved ones when I can. So I may not have oodles and oodles to show you every week, but what I have done, I will show you as always. And yeah, we will see how it goes, right? Fingers crossed that this is a more manageable schedule, that this is going to help and we don't have another Manfa shut down and disappear moment. Fingers crossed. Right, guys, I'm going to let you get going. I have kept you for over 40 minutes. Thank you so much for coming back and watching, for not deserting me, and for reaching out or watching older content to keep my channel going in my absence. We have taken a knock, but we will be like a phoenix rising from the ashes once more. And yeah, let's get back into the swing of things. I am so happy to be back. I hope you're happy to see me back, and I will see you on Wednesday for an acquisitions video to fill you in on the few things that I purchased while I was away that you haven't seen. So yeah, I will see you then. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another. Get some good quality time in with your loved ones and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love you loads. It's good to be back.